65 years after its broadcast, Nick of Time, 1960, still hides in the shadow of Nightmare at 20,000 feet. That's a shame, because the earlier episode delivers a richer slice of Rod Serling's trademark moral suspense and captures Shatner at his most quietly magnetic. The better-known Flight of Fancy. Nightmare at 20,000 feet, aired in 1963, is deservedly iconic. Lightning, turbulence, a gremlin tearing at an aircraft wing, and a passenger, Shatner's Bob Wilson, trapped between rationality and terror. Directed by a young Richard Donner, the half-hour distilled monster movie tension into TV's tightest format and became one of pop culture's most parodied vignettes. Wikipedia. Yet for all its craft, the episode is ultimately a spectacle of fear. We remember the creature, the shattered window, the final reveal. What we rarely discuss is Wilson himself. After the credits roll, the character fades behind the gremlin's silhouette. Nick of Time, a quieter kind of horror. First broadcast on November 18, 1960, and penned by Richard Matheson, who also wrote Nightmare. Nick of Time is pared-down domestic suspense. Newlyweds Dawn and Pat Carter stall in a small-town Ohio diner while their car is fixed. On the table sits a coin-operated mystic seer, a devil-faced fortune teller that delivers yes or no answers for a penny. Dawn, amused, drops a coin. Then another. And another. Soon he won't leave the booth without the seer's permission. Wikipedia. Shatner's subtle brilliance. Vulnerability over bravado. As Dawn spirals from skepticism to dependency, Shatner trades captain-in-command swagger for fidgety uncertainty, shifting glances, wavering voice, uneasy half-smiles. Minimalist stakes, maximal tension. No gremlin claws at the window. The only monster is superstition. Every cryptic card feels plausible enough to be fate, vague enough to be coincidence. A mirror for the audience. Dawn's plight anticipates our modern reflex to offload decisions onto algorithms, horoscopes, or comment sections. The episode asks whether we surrender agency because the universe is mysterious, or because choice is exhausting. Serling's eternal question, free will or fatalism. Rod Serling loved moral crossroads, and Nick of Time may be his clearest intersection. Are the seer's predictions real, or does Dawn twist generic phrases into prophecy? Serling never answers, leaving viewers to wrestle with ambiguity long after the screen fades to black. In an era of personalized feeds and confirmation bias, the dilemma feels eerily current. Why it matters 65 years later. Nightmare at 20,000 feet. Nick of Time. High-concept terror, low-key psychological unease. Peaks with a monster reveal, peaks with a personal decision. Showcases Donner's visual flair, showcases Shatner's nuanced range. Pop culture touchstone, philosophical cautionary tale. Both stories are classics, but only one leaves us questioning our own compulsions every time we check a horoscope or refresh a timeline. Where to revisit the episodes. Nick of Time, Season 2, Episode 7 of The Twilight Zone, 1959. Streaming on various classic TV platforms and available on Blu-ray. Wikipedia. Nightmare at 20,000 feet, Season 5, Episode 3. Included in most Twilight Zone box sets and perennial holiday marathons. Wikipedia. Final boarding call. Nightmare will always own the jump scare crown, but Nick of Time is the episode that lingers. In the pause before flipping a coin, in the itch to reload a notification badge, in the temptation to let chance decide. That subtle, lingering unease is the essence of The Twilight Zone, and it's William Shatner's finest half-hour inside Serling's fifth dimension.